How are you? Good morning. 'Tis Friday, end of the week, start of our auction. It kicks off today at 5 o'clock. Live at 5. And me and you'll be behind the bar pulling pints at 5 o'clock, won't we, Pat?
I will, you won't, you'll be here still.
Well, I'll be still here actually, yeah, probably. Exactly, yes. We are live today at 5 o'clock and it is the end of the week, and as is usual, we have a couple of bits I just wanted to finalise on, and then our charity items. We have two cracking charity items this month, and we're going to talk about them in a second, but just to finish off and on our left, just to finish off the presentation week and all that was in that, I thought there's two here that I wanted to talk about, and then you picked the whistle pig because you like the look of it. Grace, Jameson Grace. So for those of you that don't know, Jameson Grace is, I would describe it as a unicorn bottle, really, wouldn't you? And I mean, it's so odd and rare and everything else. So it is a 200 milliliter 20 cl bottle of Jameson distillate that was done exclusively for the Japanese market. What's called a perfume bottle, little small opaque frosted glass bottle. It is gorgeous. It is in the most hideous, bad designed, ill thought out design of a box that ever existed.
I know there's more now that are starting to do.
All right, okay, fair enough. Yeah, okay, there is a few more. Pilgrimage is probably another one. But this was one that was done a while back, and I'm glad. I'd be delighted when I see them come in this condition. So this is literally new, factory new. It's still got the cellophane wrapper on it. It is in fantastic condition. Top and bottom, we didn't even bother opening that because I think that is a true collector's item. Don't touch it, leave it as it is.
Yes.
But maybe you can see, Sinead, if you come up close, there's two little stickers, exclusive to duty free that side and exclusive to duty free that side. And if those two little stickers are torn, that box just comes straight off the top.
Yes.
So if you go to lift it, like you probably would, most people would lift every other box
in the middle
or something like that.
Yeah.
It's on the ground in a heap.
Your glass is broken.
And your little 200 ml of rarity is gone.
Yep.
It frustrates me when I see them, and I quiver every time I see them coming in. But the last time we had one in that condition, it was sold, and it sold for top dollar, and I think that'll be another good one as well. So that was in the early days of Jameson. And here is another Japanese exclusive special edition. We have a guy who finds these things, and he's just deadly at them. But so this was another one of them. We've had one of these previously as well. Small little tear up the top, but other than that, it's in perfect condition. So it's the John Jameson brown label, 12-year-old. It's in this cracking presentation, the sort of satin lined or silk lined box as well. But it is a bit fantastic. And as I say, that was Jameson in the early days. You wanted to talk about this one. You wanted me to. You didn't want to talk about it. You just thought, shove it up there, Anto, and have a ramble about it.
Yeah, because I just think the presentation is super.
Yeah, Whistle Pig, lovely decanter bottle. I do like Whistle Pig's decanter bottles. Whistle Pig probably has a new presence in Ireland and maybe a new fan base establishing because they've tied up with Darrell McNally, master distiller. So Darrell McNally would be known to a lot of people from his Bushmills days, from the DLD distillery and many other projects that he's been involved in. Knows his stuff. Him and his brother have put together Limavady whiskey. So their family has ties to this brand from many years ago. I mean, we were lucky enough on the whiskey bus to have them on the bus. They came onto the bus and we were drinking on the bus. So it was a true whiskey bus. But he was talking about the design of the bottle, about
it's a fab bottle.
It is a fantastic bottle, about the globe at the top. They deliberately have imperfections in the glass. So there's all these little air bubbles in the glass. Again,
is
just a
it
throwback
not based
to
on the original
it
bottles?
Is exactly that. It's based on the original bottles as well. And the labels and the dogs. The dog is something to do with the name Limavady, about being Caroline and Jim, who were on the bus with us, were delighted because it's wolfhounds and they've got wolfhounds at home in America and all that sort of stuff. So that was a nice one to have.
I'm surprised you remembered any of that information.
I was sober at that stage. There is
okay.
footage of me on the bus, shakily pouring
That was so funny.
whiskey into the taster glasses for people. I was trying to do it on my lap. I was trying to do it, and it was just, and that was on our way back from Bushmills up at the Causeway Coast. So I was already.
You done it in Eklund, coming back from Ecklandville as well.
I done it. I done it quite a lot actually.
And
Yes.
You were like dum, 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 dum,
It
dum,
was just.
the whole way up the bus.
Look, what do people expect? That was just me trying to walk, never mind anything else. So again, to our charity items, we have been asked by the guys who run the Friends of Walsh Whiskey Facebook group and Facebook page, would we be interested in having this bottle in with us for charity? And I said, again, as always, yeah, absolutely. There's only 264 bottles of it. This is bottle number 1. This is contains the new presentation, obviously, of the Irishman. It is executive release. I can't even read. Exclusive release. It's the Dick Max Brown Berry Ale finished cask whiskey from the Irishman, from Walsh.
You are so happy. It's too funny. I'm sorry.
No, I'm just struggling today. Really, I'm struggling today. I'm tired. But that's bottle number 1. That is going for the Jack and Jill Foundation.
It is, yes.
Jack and Jill Foundation are celebrating 25 years, and those of you who aren't familiar with it, they help kids, small kids with neurological disorders and degenerative diseases. Lots of big words there that I'm after.
Auntie, you got that after a tea and you mumbled over this.
Exactly. It's relevant information.
True.
They are. I think it's one of the ones. I know all charities deserve help, but for me in particular, I love helping children's charities. Children's charities are sometimes reluctant to get involved with alcohol-based industries and alcohol-based businesses.
But at the end of the day, it's the people behind the alcohol that should be considered, not the alcohol.
Yes, and this isn't
because these people
want to help and want to contribute and want to raise money, and we're always happy to do it, but particularly for kids as well. So that is one of them. So that's bottle number 1 of the Irishman. There's only 264 bottles. I know that's highly sought after. We have the rest of the bottles here that we're shipping out next week on behalf of the lads. And then we have this bad boy. So this is being launched today.
It was launched at 9 o'clock this morning.
It was launched at 9 o'clock this morning. There you go. From Gareth and Tim and the guys up in Copeland, up in Donaghadee. Donaghadee.
Just rolls off your tongue.
Donaghadee. It is indeed.
And it's a lovely town.
It is gorgeous. We've been up there. We've been up and we've been up in the distillery and seen the distillery with the guys and that. It is. I've a lot of time for Tim. I really like Tim. His passion. He talks about it. I've been involved with a few events with Tim and Gareth, and it's great to see them doing well, and it's great to see them getting out there in the market. Two lovely lads. Lovely lads.
Lovely lads.
This is a cask strength whiskey. There's only 600 of these bottles, if I'm not mistaken. Is that correct?
Yes.
600 of these bottles, and they're finished in their rum that they got, which is finished in ex-Bordeaux rum casks. So that's a blended whiskey, and they've done that at cask strength. Is there 3,000 other bottles, Sinead? Yeah, 3,000 of the non-cask strength.
Yes.
And there's only 600 of these. Number 1 is kept by Gareth for himself, for their own prosperity, as they do. But he's kindly given us bottle number 2. That is raising money for an AED device. So for those of you again that don't know that is a defibrillator that's put in community spaces to help where people might suddenly have a heart attack or it needs immediate intervention from a trained paramedic, or you can call in. If you call in to 999 and they suspect that somebody's having a heart attack, they can advise you how to use these things. They're popping up everywhere, and I love to see them because they've saved. I've heard so many stories. I mean, even in Blackrock here, they've saved a few lives and all that as well. The lads do have one on the side of the building at the minute. It's only a temporary one that was donated by the local football team. Stuff to me that when Tim was explaining this is new. it only lasts 18 months. The ones that they had, these sort of smaller ones, they only last 18 months. There's a battery pack within it. There's the sticky pads that you use to attach to the person to jumpstart them again. It is jumpstarting them, isn't it? It's like a car.
Yeah.
And the sticky pads wear off, and it has to be in, prime condition for it to work.
Because of
the charge and all that sort of stuff. It has to be done right. They're trying to raise funds to put a more permanent one on the side of their building. They last 5 years. It's actually connected into their electrical,
into their mains.
Their
so
mains
it
electricity.
trickle
charges, keeps the battery topped up. It's always things. Copeland's in a great position there where they are, because they're beside the Coast Guard station. They're beside the harbour wall where people will be walking. Where if somebody were to have a heart attack, that could be it.
Of course, yeah.
There should be closer to shops, because that's usually where I have my heart attacks.
No, that's only when I'm with you.
Yeah, when
but
you
no,
go
they
shopping.
are close to shops.
They are. They're in the town centre there in Donaghadee.
In the old cinema.
Where they are? Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
And what used to be an old bottling plant.
Oh.
That used to bottle Guinness and all that sort of carry on.
Okay, there you go. You were obviously paying attention when Tim was talking.
I was.
I can't. It's the distance.
I know. I went to hug him and I headbutted him in the nipple. That's how tall he is. It's different scale, baby.
All right.
Small, far away. Just saying.
I had so many things wanting to come out of my mouth there about headbutting nipples, but I thought I'd better not leave it there because you'd give it to me.
Yes, I would.
Okay,
so just move on.
Just move on.
But Tim is quite tall.
Tom is quite tall.
Yeah, that's the one.
Tim is quite tall. You're
he
right.
is.
So that's us. Look, we're live today, 5 p.m. After Katie got all excited talking about Tim's nipples. There we go. Look, you're all blushing.
Fine set of nipples.
Fine set of nipples. For the height of them.
For the height of them. Love you, Tim.
Charity goes live at 5. The 2 items, and then many of the other things that we've discussed all week. I think we've carried that through this week. I'm happy we did that about the presentation.
Of course.
I'd sort of maybe like that format, that we might talk about stuff like that going forward. Take a bit of a theme and run it through the week, rather than just waffling about what bottles are in the
We still waffle.
We still waffle anyhow, exactly. That'll do. We're done for now. We shall see you soon. Thank you. Be tuning in at 5 o'clock.
And dig deep.
Bye.
Bye.